From the ashes of the Great War rose a conflict that reshaped the world. This is where history speaks, loud, raw, and unfiltered. Welcome to World War II Chronicles, where every story matters, every battle echoes, and every life remembered. Join us as we uncover the untold, revisit the decisive, and relive the global struggle that defined a generation. This is not just history. This is a chronicle of courage, conflict, and consequence.
Autumn, 1944. The war in Europe is nearing its bitter climax. As Allied forces push deeper into Nazi Germany, one city stands in their path, a city of stone and steel, bunkers and broken walls, Aachen. Once a symbol of imperial grandeur, it is now the first German city to face a full-scale invasion. This was not just another battle. Aachen carried psychological weight for both sides. For the Allies, it was a step onto Hitler's home soil. For the Germans, it was a last stand, a defiant defense of the fatherland. Every corner, every alley, every shattered street became a battlefield. American infantry from the 1st Division, the Big Red One, advanced from the southeast. Facing them were German paratroopers, disciplined, experienced, and determined. They were dug in behind shattered facades, basements turned into bunkers. The clash was sudden, brutal, and personal. House to house. Room to room. Artillery thundered over rooftops. Smoke choked the skyline. Tanks crawled through narrow alleys, their shells shaking foundations. Ammunition ran low. Orders crackled through radios as soldiers moved with caution, grit, and fear. This was urban warfare in its most ruthless form. For many American soldiers, Aachen was their first experience of close combat inside German borders. The enemy could be anywhere. A broken window. A silent hallway. A shadow. Every movement was a risk. Every advance came at a cost. Civilians, those who remained, ran for their lives. Their homes turned to rubble. The echoes of empires long gone gave way to the thunder of mortars and gunfire. Aachen, once the seat of Charlemagne, was being reduced to ruins. After weeks of grinding combat, the Americans broke through. On October 21, 1944, Aachen fell. The first German city to surrender. But the cost was staggering. Thousands of casualties. Entire blocks destroyed. Victory came draped in ash and silence. The battle for Aachen was not the end, but it was a beginning. A signal that the road into the heart of Germany was open. And that the fight ahead would be long, bitter, and unforgiving. But even after Aachen's fall, the battle left scars that would never fade. For the soldiers who fought there, the city became a ghost, a place that haunted memory with its silence after the storm. The ruins whispered of sacrifice. Of young men who never left the streets they bled on. Of commanders forced to weigh lives against strategy. And of a civilian population caught between two unstoppable forces. Aachen became a symbol. A message to the world, and to Germany, that the Reich was not invincible. That the fight had reached the homeland. And that from now on, every mile would be paid in fire and blood. As Allied forces pressed forward beyond the city, they carried with them not just weapons and orders, but the burden of what war had become. No longer sweeping movements across maps. Now it was measured in meters. In broken buildings. In the faces of those who stared into the abyss and kept moving forward. The battle was won. But the war was far from over. The city's capture marked more than just a tactical gain. Aachen shattered the illusion of distance, the belief that war was something foreign, something that happened elsewhere. Now, it was here. Inside Germany. Among its people. On its streets. German civilians, those who had once cheered the rise of the Reich, now wandered through the wreckage, dazed, homeless, broken. Many had fled before the fighting. Those who remained were greeted not by the Wehrmacht, but by American troops. And the silence between them spoke louder than any speech. For the Allies, Aachen offered a grim lesson. Urban warfare was unlike anything they had faced. The enemy was invisible until it struck. And then, it disappeared. Snipers. Booby traps. Ambushes from cellars and rooftops. The city became a labyrinth. A living thing that fought back. Maps became useless. Streets changed names as they were claimed, lost, and claimed again. Progress was measured in buildings, not blocks. And every soldier knew. One wrong step could be their last. Yet amid the destruction, stories of courage emerged. Medics dragging wounded men under fire. Infantrymen refusing to retreat. Engineers building bridges under bombardment. And in rare, fleeting moments, even compassion. A soldier sharing rations with a hungry child. A ceasefire to evacuate the wounded. Aachen was where the brutality of war met the stubborn humanity of those trapped in it. And though the battle ended, the echoes would travel far. Across the continent. Across generations. And through every ruined town that followed in its wake. Because Aachen was not the end. It was only the beginning. Of the final chapter. History is not just a story of the past, it is a mirror to the present. If this journey through wartime Europe moved you, taught you, or made you reflect, consider subscribing to World War II Chronicles. Your likes and comments help us bring these forgotten moments back to life, and keep the voices of history from falling silent. Join the mission. Share your thoughts below. And stay with us as we uncover the untold chapters of the world's most defining conflict.